Hello friends, let us see how we can set up a Bitcoin address validation with the Gravity form. Here you can see I have created one form with just a single line text. You can see the form ID is 3 and it has only one text box. Its label is Bitcoin address and nothing else. You can see here the field ID is 1. This is the only field here, so it's a field ID 1 and the form ID is 3. For the Bitcoin address validation, we need some PHP code which helps us to validate it and return the result, whether it passes or not. So there is a ready-made code here. It's provided by a website named rosetta.org/wiki/bitcoin/address_validation. It provides code in various languages, and we are particularly interested in PHP because our WordPress and the Gravity form is coded in PHP. It has actually 3 functions given here. You can see the validate, decode base 58, and the main. Main is actually execution. This function is for the execution. We need these 2 functions to be pasted or to be copied over to the functions.php file of our theme. Okay, so the first function of validate and the second one is decode base 58. You can see here, and if you are interested, then you can read it how it's validate all the details over here too. But right now we are going to just copy these 2 functions to our themes functions.php file. I have already opened it. You can see it here. Here is the first function, decode base 58, and the second function I just renamed it. It's actually a validate function validates, but I have renamed it to validate_bitcoin. Okay, so you can see it, validate and validate_bitcoin. All the other things are same. Okay, now comes our Gravity form related code. Gravity form provides a filter for the validation. It is called gform field validation. Because it is related to field, we have to provide a form and field ID. In this case, gform field validation 3 means a form ID and the last one means a field ID. We have already checked it here. You can see the form ID is 3 and the field ID is 1. Okay, so let us see. So this was a filter, gform field validation 3.1, and validate Bitcoin address is the function which is attached to this filter. A 10 is a priority and the 4 means a 4 argument in the function. Here you can see all these 4 arguments. The first one is result. If this field is already validated and if it's passed or not, we can check this with this result, and this value contains user submitted data that we need to be validated. Okay, so if $result is valid, that means this function, this field do not fail any other validation, and it's true, then we are going to check if it's valid for the Bitcoin address or not. Other validation, like if this field is required, if that validation passes, then we are going to do this validation. Otherwise, that validation is already failed and we do not need to do anything else. Okay, so try validate Bitcoin. Validate Bitcoin is a function right above here. We copy and pasted it, and passing the $value, the user submitted data in it. If it's passed, it's okay, and if it's not, then that means there is some exemption, and we can say that there is some issue here. Is valid is going to be false because it's not validated, so it's false. And message that we want to show the user. Okay, so here we are setting those is if it's valid or not, and what's the message. It's not valid, and the message is please enter a valid Bitcoin address. These results are set and we are returning that result. Okay, if it's pass, it's okay, and if it's not, then we are going to set up its validation to false. And now let's see how it works. I have created one page and put a gravity form code over there, ID3, and let's see how it looks. Well, I have already opened that page here. We are going to test against that code, and this code provides us some sample. Also, you can see the output here. These are the sample Bitcoin addresses. Okay, so the first two should pass and the last two should fail. Let me copy the first one and test it against our field. I have pasted it and submitted it. You can see it shows me a message, thank you for contacting us, and blah blah blah. So that means it is passed. Now reload the page and add another address. Let's take the last one. It's a fail. Okay, submit. Oh, you can see it fails and show us a message. You can test with the dummy text added here and see it again fails. So that was a Bitcoin address validation with the gravity form. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.